Good morning. We're in Madera Canyon, which when I looked on the internet, looked like it was going to be kind of a disappointing nature walk thing. But there are a multiplicity of trails out here. Since it's my first time out, I believe I'm going to go. We were at 5,400 foot elevation, and I think we're going to go up to Josephine Saddle, which is 7,080 feet elevation. And once we get there, we might connect in with the super trail and take a 3.7 mile hike back. So what is that? Almost 6 mile hike. Or we will turn right up there, connect in with the Agua Caliente trail and go 4.4, 5.5, 6. Well, it looks like 6 miles either way. So the first trail looks like it's straight up the canyon. I don't know if you can see that. It's the red line in the middle. Goes from the look of the topo. We're going straight up the canyon, up to the top of the saddle. And then Agua Caliente Trail looks like it's bouncing over the tops of mountains, so a lot of ups and downs. And the super trail also looks like a lot of ups and downs. So should be an invigorating hike. And I think we'll be coming up here a lot. Up at the top up here is a Gardner Canyon trail, which we can grab in Gardner Canyon, which is away from here. It's on the other side of the mountains. And that trail, the Gardner Canyon Trail up to the top of Mt Wrightson, is listed as a very difficult trail. It's like 18 miles or something like that. I have to check that out on All Trails, which I just downloaded and just a little disappointed because I don't have any cell signal out here. So I can't download the map, can't see the area I'm hiking in. But I can get it off of Google. Go figure. So, Madera Canyon. We are parked right here. Actually parked right there. And this black line right here is just one big long road with multiple trails going off of it. So there are a lot of hikes to be done out here. We're going to start at the top. Why the hell not? Alrighty. We'll catch you out on the trail. So the mountains I'm standing in have been called by many names. Well, you might be familiar with their Spanish and England names, the Santa Ritas. The older names tell stories of their cultural significance. The Western Apaches called them the Zelentio, the beautiful mountain. The Tohono O'odham know them as Siwadog or Chudawag, Long Mountain. The Tohono O'odham have lived near these mountains since time immemorable. Thus, this is the oldest continuous used name for an important geographical land formation and traditional cultural property. Many tribes and people consider the Santa Rita Mountains culturally significant, including the Acamel Otham, the Gila River Indian community, the Uncamel O'odham, and the Zalchadom Pipash, the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community. The Tohono O'odham and the Haised O'odham are Akchen Indian community, and the Western Apache, the Chiricahua Apache, the Hopi, the Zuni, the Pascua Yaqui. Yet the Tohono O'odham are the ancestral stewards of this land. Chudag contains springs and natural resources not available in the lowlands, yet are integral to the O'odham Himdag. Equally important are the remnants of villages that contain the remains of O'odham ancestors. The Tohono O'odham began living here at least 7,000 years ago, primarily because of the mountain's ecological diversity, natural resources necessary for tools and ceremonies, and the availability of food and shelter. These mountains continue to be significant to the Tohono O'odham for all these same reasons. Though it has become more difficult to access for societal and cultural needs, one of the benefits of recreational trails passing through Chodawag is increased public access for all. The Santa Rita Mountains also serve as a natural venue for spiritual ceremonies for individuals and groups. Oral history tells us that the O'odham veterans returning from global conflicts spend 4 days in the mountains performing purification rites so that they can re-enter life with their communities. All visitors are encouraged to receive the blessings of renewal from time spent here. So needless to say, going from 5,400 foot elevation to a 7,000 foot elevation, this trail goes up from the very beginning. I'm happy to report that on the drive up here on the road, I saw 2 deer. Could not get a picture because there was a truck behind me. We are surrounded by scrub oak. I don't know if you can see in the distance through the trees, the white barked tree, I believe is a cottonwood. There's another one. Those are water drinkers, so they show up near water, and there is a stream running down below. The park rangers at the fee station notified me and getting up to Josephine Saddle. As I go around some of the switchbacks, I will encounter snow, so yuck. I've got 2 layers on, and I am weighted down to about 40 pounds of gear and water and snacks. We call it food. From what I hear from people that have hiked this trail, one of the disappointments of coming up here to Madera is it's readily accessible to the public and therefore very crowded. However, we're thinking with the elevation we're going to, we won't see too much of the public. Dogs are welcome here. They need to be on leashes. There is a fee to park, but not if you're a card-holding member of the U.S. National Park Service. There's a beautiful tree right there. People behind me, probably people in front of me. Alright, we're gonna hit this flat spot, put y'all away, get down to business. Talk to you later. We got a Beaker's Jag up here. Hopefully he didn't fly too far away and I can show you. Nope. Looks like he's fled. Beautiful blue and gray with black. Beautiful bird. So we are a little closer to Mexico and our wildlife changes up a bit. I'm sure we still have coyotes. They range everywhere. I am pretty certain we do not have javelina up this high. We do have deer, mule, whitetail, coos, or cows, depending on where you're from. I am uncertain if we have mountain lion up here, but I do know we have jaguar. Nice black one has been spotted on game cameras roaming the Mt Wrightson wilderness, which is what we're walking in. We have yet to do a mile. There's been a few spots that have made me breathe heavy. Thighs feel good, feet feel good. We are on the Mt Baldy Trail. We had an opportunity to go up the Agua Caliente to Josephine Saddle. It was followed by, in parentheses, very steep. So that will be a challenging trail to go up someday. We have manzanita, scrub oak. So right now, I'm not seeing any scrub oak around me. That was a little bit lower, but we must be climbing fast. We got a base layer on of my Aloha Aina from High Hawaii. I am, of course, packing my down jacket. I don't feel the need to use it. Hiking's keeping me warm. But I threw on some added pounds of a rain jacket I have. I usually use for fishing. It is a heavy shell, quilted on the inside. It is not a jacket you would take backpacking. However, while the rain is moving out, there is a chance of rain in the higher elevations, of which we're going to. So it'd be a good idea to stay dry, especially with the chill that's in the air. Kind of wishing I brought my Vortex binoculars along. Maybe next time. Alright, got people coming up behind me on the trail. Gonna put you all away, and I'll talk to you at the 1 mile mark. So we're at the 1 mile mark. Forest ranger just passed by me, toting a steel pipe that was apparently sticking out of the trail, so they went up and removed it. I have to tell you, this is a well-maintained trail, taken care of by, I believe, Tonto forest rangers. City of Green Valley, which I'll give you a shot of once I have a good vantage point. Friends of Madera Canyon. Just a beautiful trail. And like I said at the beginning of the trailhead, driving up here, I thought I was going to be disappointed. This is the trail on the internet is described as a nature hike, 5 miles, 2 miles out, 2 miles back, something like that. And that trail is here. It's farther down. And there's like a multitude of flat spots and kids and dogs and picnic areas, and just places to mill around in the outdoors. And when I looked at the area, I could see all these trails of varying lengths. Like this one we're on is 2.2 miles. So you go, well, you drive 25 miles to hike 2.2 miles. Up and back, so 4.4. But this 2.2 is straight uphill, so yay. And we're not going to come back down this trail. We're going to join in with the trail, which was what I was hoping, is that all the trails out here would eventually link into one another. And there's a trail called the Super Trail, which is a big, gigantic, long loop out here in the mountains. We're going to grab onto a section of that takes us back to where we're going, or where we started. And that appears to be up and down the ridges of the mountain, the front of the mountain. So that'll be a nice bit of exercise. We are up into the scrub oak, manzanitas, pine right in front of me. And I don't know what they're calling Mt Baldy. That you see in front of me, right there, is not the highest peak, so I'm assuming not Mt Baldy. And walk up here a step or two. That is not the highest peak, so I assume not Mt Baldy. But there is one through the trees there, you can't see it. It appears to be the highest peak, and may be Mt Baldy. Only time will tell. We're at the halfway point. We've got 1.2 miles to go up to the saddle. And we'll see what we shall see. Talk to y'all in a bit. So we're up at the saddle. And that was Cece that you saw walking off there. Young lady in her 70s. Lives down in Green Valley and hikes up here all the time. She got behind me and she assumed that I could hike faster than her. She drove me up the last few miles and I had to pull over. I did. She was killing me. Stopped, took on some water, caught my breath. She outpaced me by about 50 yards in no time flat. I met her up here at the saddle. She had some lunch. We chit-chatted. Her and her husband live down in Green Valley. This will be our trail going out. I will stop right up here. There is a Boy Scout memorial. Apparently there is a story associated with this area, the loss of 3 Boy Scouts that were up here. It is chilly up here. The hike is aggressive. I mean, just straight uphill. My lungs were burning the last mile. And Cece, and I love you. she drove me up this mountain. And when I finally, I think the last maybe 1/10 of a mile, or not even a 1/10 of a mile, when I pulled off, she goes, "John, we're almost there. You gotta go." She goes, "Well, don't drop too far back. I'll be waiting for you at the saddle." So when I finally got underway and got up here, it took me no time at all to get up here, but it was even steeper coming up here to the saddle. That, I believe, is probably the Agua Caliente Trail. There's some trail that goes off that way. I don't know what this is behind me. But we'll look at the directions. There's a lot of trail signs. Cece did an up and back She told me that the super trail is longer than what we just did, but she said it's a beautiful walk. So we're gonna enjoy that together. You and I, not myself and Cece. Cece went back down the direction she came in. She does this trail all the time. We just had a Fig Newton, fixing to have a Cliff Bar, take on some water, maybe half a Powerade. Put my feet up, do some rest. There's this guy right here. He's not afraid of me at all. Alright. Where you at? That was cool. It's alright. Get rested up. Talk to you guys in a bit. Finished up on taking on some water. And I let Cece pick up my pack. She went, "Oh, good Lord." So this is a saddle. Thought I'd walk around here. I think you can camp around here. I know you can camp down below. And that just looks like a great place to throw a hammock. I don't know. The trails are really well maintained. So I see these areas running off, and I'm not altogether sure if that's actually a trail. If it is, it's not one that's taken very often. These people that were up here came up here while Cece and I were up here, threw their orange pills everywhere. And there's the remnants of a campfire, so I guess you can camp up here. These look like trails. That looks like a trail. Let's see what these signs say. So the one in front of us is the Agua Caliente Saddle, 3 miles. And the Josephine something road. We're in the Josephine Saddle right now, so Canyon, probably Josephine Canyon Road. That's that road over there. There's another big remnant of a fireplace. And there's the Old Baldy Trail, Madera Canyon, 2.2 miles. Not exactly sure how we managed to get 3. There's my friend the Raven. He's been hanging out with me all day. Oh, here's the Boy Scout Memorial. There's a glare on it. I don't know if you're going to be able to read that. I'll read it to you. It says, "Strangers, pause here and remember. David Greenberg, 12. Micah Early, 16. Michael J. Lanou, 13. November 15th, 1958. So just before I was born. Year before I was born. Who passed to a better place." And then this one here says, "In memory of the 55th anniversary of the Boy Scouts lost on Mt Baldy, November 15th, 1958. It's the boys' names. November 15th, 1958. Overnight, a Arctic-like blizzard roared out of nowhere across the mild desert terrain of southern Arizona. And it is pretty mild here in November, for the most part. After hours of terror, huddled under a picnic table, 2 Boy Scouts, ages 11 and 12, one barefooted, slogged desperately through the snow above their knees for over a mile. Their mission: help 3 friends feared caught out in the open, higher on the mountain behind them, perhaps buried under the unprecedented 3 to 7 feet of snow. Thus began the largest hunt ever for missing persons in Arizona. Rough country cowboys urged their horses through chest-deep snow, while searchers on foot braved enormous snowdrifts as helicopters hovered at dangerous altitudes in a Herculean effort to find the boys. And then down here, Troop 41, Junction City, Kansas remembers. Troop 70. One, two, three. 3 dead. 1, 2, 3. Survived. So you come up for a night of camping and you get hit by a freak snowstorm in November, which to most of the country goes, well, yeah, but no, not in Arizona. We are in the Josephine Saddle, the Temporal Canyon Trail, that way, and the Mt Wrightson Trail is that way. Apparently, CC tells me that's an aggressive hike that I might want to take later on. The Josephine Canyon and the Agua Caliente, I showed you those trailheads. Right over here is the Super Trail, Sprung Spring, and Madera Canyon. They don't have a mileage on the Super Trail. Not sure why, but I believe, according to the map in my pocket, it is about 3.5 miles. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm a bit of a pansy. I wish I had gloves on. It's cold up here. But my layers are keeping me warm. That's nice, because my hands are freezing. All right. We're going to get down that Super Trail. Talk to y'all in a bit. Well, there's a spring on the Super Trail. That's nice to see. Huh. Cool. And obviously, snow melt. Beautiful mountain stream. All right. It appears we've starting to come down out of the pine into the scrub oak and manzanita. Now, I had set my health meter at 8 miles. Based on the trail that we've taken, we're not going to do 8 miles at 2.2 up, and this is 3.2 back. And that's okay. Maybe I'll take a small little trail when I get down there. But this trail here is a good workout. The super trail, it does not feel to me to be as aggressively uphill as the Mt Baldy Trail. But then again, I'm walking downhill, so hard to say. And you go to the same 7,500 foot elevation, so there's got to be some elevation gain here someplace. But it looks to me like it's a bit more gradual, and then probably so. Probably why it's a longer trail. Same elevation over a longer space, longer distance. Besides birds, I haven't seen much wildlife. Small lizard darting here and there. I'm ignoring the fact that I saw some bear scat back there on the trail. I think I failed to mention when I was talking about wildlife, they do have the Mexican wolf up in these parts, part of a reintroduction release program. I do not know how many are left from the pack that they released up here. Farmers, of course, cattlemen, have shot at the wolves. Probably killed the wolves, because they said they were getting after their cattle. But that is debatable, because they have always had and will always have a coyote problem out here. There's an overabundance of coyote that have always gone after the cattle herds. So to just turn around and start blaming that on the wolves is a bit much, I think. What is that sitting on top of that mountain? Can you all see that? We'll zoom in. Is that a rock? Or is that a house? Ooh. Right there. Huh. beautiful up in here. This trail is a bit more rocks. Not as smooth of a trail as the Mt Baldy Trail, which you can see right down there. We're just on the other side of the canyon. There's a lizard for you. That's markers. I'm gonna see if we can sneak up on these jays. They've been flying in front of me. There he is, dead center of the screen. Get up in the sun, show us those feathers. Facing back uphill, take the sun out of y'all's eyes. Just hit the 6 mile mark. Been a good hike. We're at an elevation of 6,000 something feet. And of course, we started at what, 5,400? So we got a little bit more to go before we get down to that. The trail has somewhat become I don't want to call them switchbacks per se, even though you're switching back and forth, but you're actually going around mountains, hills. Maintaining a height above the canyon rim while dropping down every once in a while. There's going to be a drop. Yay. Ugh. I've only seen 4 people and a dog on the super trail. Beautiful little border collie. I don't know. Based on the tail, I'd say it was a shell tooth, but good looking boy. And it just no sight of our starting point. So really, other than having looked at the map, no idea where I am, except on the super trail, and that it ends up basically where I started out at. So you just trust. Looks like we're gonna come down here, cross the stream, and then turn back down the mountain. Yes, maybe. Oh, no. Not gonna cross the stream. I don't know what to tell you guys, it is beautiful down there. I'm going to keep the camera on until we get down to this. How about that? Luckily my knees are getting stronger. Yeah, beautiful white tree. All right. Talk to you at the bottom. See any nearby trees? There's one. Where's the end? Is that it? Yeah. Oh. For a second it was him. Shit, he's still there. Where are you at? There you are. Well, that's a concern, I guess. Not of mine. But we just hit the 7-mile mark, and I'm still in the canyon. So that's cool. We are on our way down. We'll run into something at some point. I have been passing people, so there is a way up here. You're looking at a scrub oak. Directly into the sun, as a matter of fact. But I thought I'd sit here and let you know where we're at, what we're doing. It's absolutely beautiful up here. See if we can give you a video shot of that. Can you see that? You can't. Darn. That's through the trees and snow on a peak. Alrighty. We're gonna get back at it. We'll talk to you at the 8-mile mark, I guess. We got a hike at it today. Yay. Talk to you in a bit. And you come around the corner, and there it is. The trailhead for Super Trail. That was a beautiful hike. We hit the 7-mile mark a way back. I'm guessing we're at, I don't know, 7.5, maybe? We are basically back where we started. Woohoo, there's some sun for you. It's cool. I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock. Be prepared. So, ooh, you are up close on that. Let's back up you up a bit. Put that right there for you. See if we can do this. So, we started right here, and we went up Old Baldy Trail to the saddle. Then we took the Super Trail. We joined in right here at the saddle, and we took that down through here. That's where we're at. That's where we started. We're at the Mt Wrightson Picnic Area at 5,500 feet, and we walked all the way up to 7,080 feet, though my phone said we were higher. And I don't know how they get their miles, because you can see Old Baldy Trail is 2.2 miles, but when I got to before I got to the saddle, it said I'd hit 3 miles. And I hit 7 miles a while back. And like I told you when I was hiking, saw some bear scat on the road. There are bears here. Apparently our mountain lions up here. All kinds of birds. Oh, there's information here. The birds of Madera Let me grab one of these. Birds of Madera. I'll put information on that on still shots. We're just going to walk along back up to where I started so that we can make it complete loop. We finished the way we started, going uphill. There's the X over there, the lower parking lot. There was a part of this sign up here I didn't read because there was a whole bunch of people that walked up and were standing around. So, from the trailhead up to this trailhead, 0.3 of a mile. Doesn't seem like it would be, though. I don't know how they figured there. I think they figured this out a long time ago using a pedometer. No one's done it with modern technology, and we just accepted that. These are our friendly pollinators. So, that down there is bear grass. That right there is a soap tree yucca. And that one above is a banana yucca. And this sign over here, where the basket plants grow. Within the Tohono O'odham culture, there may be no more important object than the basket. Woven together using local plant materials, baskets are used in nearly all aspects of life. In addition to continuing this ancient cultural tradition, modern basket making provides a significant source of income for the O'odham weavers, who are considered among the finest indigenous basket makers in North America. Chaduag provides an ideal climate for 3 plants used in traditional Tohono O'odham basket making, including bear grass. It is the primary core or bundle material for coil baskets. Leaves of the sopa tree are used for stitching coil baskets. And roots of the banana yucca are for decorative red stitches. All of these plants are relatively abundant in the Santa Rita Mountains, but are scarce in the lower elevations where O'odham reservations are currently located. These uplands also provide a wide variety of other plants for medicinal and ceremonial purposes. The east side of Chaduag is especially important for the agave harvest. All right. This is AZT at 63. Thank y'all for coming along.